Get on here, huh?
You weren't watching the game? You don't have the express written consent of the NBA.
Right. I hate how some TV stations are a lot quieter than others. Kind of annoying. Okay, here we go. You gotta shine it that way. There you go.
How do I read comments?
They'll pop up if anybody joins.
Got one person. Two
people.
Sup, dude? From
Sup?
TCT Nick.
Oh, what's up, Nick? That's my friend from Milwaukee that I talked to. Yeah, we just chilling tonight.
Hello from Murray's Turbo Fox Box.
That's my friend from Canada I talked to.
Oh, I almost leaned back. I don't have a back on this chair.
That would have ended really bad.
Yes. Yeah, you better give me a better sup.
Ooh, Nick?
Yeah. That's a weird laugh.
So are you feeling any better?
I still have me.
Yeah, you.
Oh, I still have my man voice and a little cough, but
Yeah. I'm a little like still. But there was a day like one of my last videos I made. I definitely probably like that night that I made that video, or maybe the night after, it just like light switch, and I was sick as fuck for like a day or two.
Christian's on here.
Christian
He
Blake?
said- yeah.
Oh, see
He
Blake?
said he moves tomorrow.
Oh, nice. You got an apartment.
Oh, that's exciting.
Oh, okay. This is not gonna happen.
Hello, Hunter and Hunter Woman.
No.
From Chris Berlin.
And Roxy Woman.
See, I brought her toys in here for a reason.
Come here. Lay
Look at
down.
her little toy right there.
Hey, what's this? Okay, go get it. Yeah, so we're just gonna answer some questions, or just hang out and,
If there are.
or just listen to Roxy bark the whole time.
Do something with it.
Hey, enough. Sit. Sit. Hey. What is your problem?
Lay down.
The joys of owning a blue healer, right here. This is what they are. Oh yeah, let's get the brake cleaner. Okay, hey. No barking. You gotta be quiet.
Give her her hoof.
Hey. Okay, hey.
Gallo 12 or Gallo 24?
Hey, I don't know what that means.
That was from Nick. I don't know. Say right, G-A-L-L-O.
Hey, want this? Want this? Hey,
Did you look at the old gas station place?
Is that Murray?
Yeah.
So, the old gas station place, the shop or whatever, I live streamed last night. Enough.
You didn't tell me I would have tuned in at work.
Yeah, well, I was very distraught. Just pissed.
About the...
About the whole shop situation. I'm just annoyed that I'm not really going to be able to find nothing. Sit down. No.
Oh, that was a Fast and Furious reference.
Oh.
I feel like I kind of remember that.
Okay.
What's happening, Hunter, and Chester Tao?
So, to Murray's question, I did look at the old gas station, and they replied to me because I told you guys that I was selling some stuff because I wanted to be able to like offer them. I told them I'd give them 3 months down, and I'd offer them $1,500 a month. They were asking $1,800 a month. I said I'd sign a 3-year lease at $1,500 a month, and they came back with, we'll do $1,700. And I said, no wonder nobody lasts at that location. I found out more about the building, and you're raising the price pound sand, because I'm not going to do that. So, yeah, the old gas station is a no-go, which sucks. I think honestly for now, it really sucks because I can't really find nothing. But I might just continue staying at my current shop, and I might do a remodel of it, or just a revamp. And I want to pull everything out of the shop and just kind of look at the building from the outside of it with nothing inside. And I want to be like, okay, I got nothing in here. It's a clean slate. It's the same building, but it's a clean slate, and I can maybe reorganize it or something to make it feel a little better. Because I've been telling a lot of people, like, I go to the shop a lot of the times and it just doesn't feel right. I don't know why. It just doesn't feel right. You hear that outside?
What? The banging?
Yeah.
I feel like I heard that a little bit. Murray said, not a 3-year lease, screw that. And then Shelton Built Media says, put another lift or something.
Yeah, I mean, I could, but I just don't know. I don't know. The thing is like my current shop doesn't cost a whole lot, so maybe I should just kind of keep it around. Or, you know, the dyno's already in the floor. I can just use what I got and just kind of. You gonna go check on that? Yeah, there's definitely some noise outside right now.
Stay.
Yeah, Kristine's going to look. I probably should have went. There's definitely like some banging going on outside. I don't know why. Who the hell would be outside? It's like 5 below 0. What? There's a fire department outside?
Next door.
Oh boy.
She fell in her house.
Oh man. The fire department's next door.
She saw me.
The fire department saw you? I'll give you guys a quick look. Maybe a little look. Revamp the new, yeah, maybe just revamp the current place that I have. And it really does suck just not being close to home. It sucks, especially now that we bought this house that we live at now. And I don't know about you guys, but this garage is pretty fucking awesome at my house. It's obviously not big enough for a dyno or a lift, but I love being here. I made this place kind of what it is today because when we got this place, there was no drywall or insulation. There was no heater up here. You know, there was no bikini lady calendars. You know, I kind of made it my own. So, even though it's still not what I want it to be, but just the little stuff. Like I bought a new Cobalt toolbox workbench thing. I love this garage, and I love being here, and I love being at home, and doing the concrete driveway. I just did a lot of things to make my house very enjoyable to be at, and I really like being here. So when I go to the shop, I'm like, you know, this isn't like that great. So I feel like I either need to do a revamp at my current shop so I don't feel like as bad being there, but then again it sucks because, you know, I don't want to spend a lot of time out there because I want to come home to something that I own. You know, it's just a different feeling. But anyways, Kristine's gonna take the phone back here. There you go. I'm gonna go look at the fire department, or should I show them? No?
I don't know.
That'd be kind of rude, wouldn't it?
To be recording the fire department? Probably. Yeah, go ask them what's up.
Yeah.
Well, they looked like they were trying to get in the front door, and then they had their flashlights in the back door, and like her lights are off besides in the bedroom. So I don't know.
Uh-oh.
I hope she's okay.
So our neighbor, I'm not going to disclose a lot of information, but she can't get around that good, and her dogs kind of run the house. And we try to help her as much as we can, but she's definitely having a hard time getting around. And sometimes the fire department does show up.
Nick says he wants to see show us.
Let me go look out the door.
Super inconspicuous.
A cop just rolled up.
Uh-oh, I hope she's okay.
She's the sweetest lady ever. She's one of the people that like doesn't want to give up her freedom. And I'm gonna delete this after so she'll never see it.
Or her nephew.
But she just doesn't want to give up her freedom. And it's kind of unfortunate. And I can imagine being in that situation. Like, you know, you can't get around that well, but you know you need help. You know, and I try to be as much help as I can, but I also don't want to be like an instigator. Like, oh, I'll help you whenever you need it, kind of thing. Which I will help her whenever she needs it, but I don't want to be like revolving my life around her, you know? I hope that makes sense. It doesn't sound rude.
Yeah, you sold that. Someone said, have you done anything else with the Barney Civic?
Yeah, I sold that.
Hunter, I work for myself also, and I think after a while it gets kind of depressing. I think if you want to help her, it would pick you up.
And I was actually talking to one of my buddies last night, and he's like, you know, it kind of seems like you kind of lost a lot of progress or forward momentum when I didn't have anybody out there helping me. And it's kind of true. Christian used to come out all the time and, you know, work on stuff with me, and Michael and Trevor and a couple other people once in a while. And it just seems like, and Kristine comes out when she feels like it, which I don't blame her. She's not into cars. She just kind of comes out to give me company most of the time, or play with Roxanne. But it definitely, going out there by myself just kind of really sucks. You know, especially, you know, I still do it, but it's, you know, it's just not as enjoyable. And cars themselves, I like doing stuff on my own, especially like at home. I like working on the bikes and stuff by myself, but you know, eventually, if you don't got anybody to share it with, it kind of gets old. Maybe I just need to make more videos. I don't know.
Can you add on to the shop you have now, or put a new building outside to store cars and parts?
The building I have now has plenty of space. I have more room than I need, and I have a lot of garbage I don't need, because I have a building that I don't need. I don't need that big of a building. I wish I had, honestly, half the size shop that I have now. And hopefully half the cost would be amazing. But,
Can I go in the house for a minute and peek out the window? I'm quite curious.
sure.
Yeah. Thanks, I'm sorry. I was rude to interrupt you. I'll be right back.
So yeah, it's just been a little tough
Sit.
to, you know, get a little motivation to get out there and do anything. And one of my long-term buddies actually came over tonight, and he actually was one of the guys that got me into cars. He used to have a 2JZ swapped Chrysler Conquest when I was like in high school, and I thought he was like the baddest dude in the world. But he came over today and bought something from me, and was just like, yeah, I've had all these parts in my basement for like 6 months, and I just got no motivation to do it. And I'm like, man, what the fuck is up? Like, it's, I don't know. It just seems like, I don't know. For him to say that is kind of weird. And then I've had a lot of other buddies that are just like, they're just slowing down a lot. They don't, I'm not ripping as fast as I was before with building stuff, you know. Nick says he felt that, and it sucks being alone at the shop. The thing is I love being alone. I really do. Sometimes I hate when people are with me. But then the opposite end of the spectrum, sometimes it's nice to have somebody there. The only reason I don't like having somebody with me is because I always feel like I have to entertain, or I always have to, like, you know, if the other person gets bored or something like that, it's just you know, I feel like I have to entertain them or keep them entertained so they don't get bored, you know? So that's kind of shitty. And if I like had an employee and I was paying them or something, then I would, I don't know. I don't know. It's tough. It's a weird situation. And then Ryan says, okay, I'll move in. He talked me into it. Yeah, that'd be fun. Then again, I feel like whenever Ryan comes and hangs out, all we do is bullshit for 3 hours. So we would get no work done. So I'd be in the same situation now, but maybe be happier. I don't know. Well, I don't know. But yeah. Then again, you know, the problem with me is I've lived in the town I live in for my entire life. It's tough for me to want to get out. It's tough for me, you know, if I move to a different location, different city, there's shops around, you know, for a reasonable amount of money. But, you know, I feel like I've established myself here and I'm comfortable here, and sometimes being comfortable is the worst thing. Life starts at the edge of your comfort zone, and it can't be truer. It's just hard to get yourself to do it. I know whenever I get out of my comfort zone even a little bit, it always ends up making me happier in the long run, but way more uncomfortable in the short run. I still got the coughs. So yeah, I don't know. Collab would be mint. Yeah, it would be cool, but you know, it sucks because not everybody is in the same lifestyle situation as me. That's why it's tough to find an employee and stuff like that, because people got their own lives, you know. And it's just not, it's not the easiest thing to get. That's why, like, I don't know how a lot of these places find good employees or good people to work with, because a lot of good people, no offense, they already have jobs. They already have an established setup, or they are establishing something, so it's tough to get them to transition. You know, and I know a buddy personally that worked up at a performance shop, and the performance shop wasn't the greatest, so he quit. So, you know, I know a lot of people try to just trying to better themselves, and that's what I want to try to do with the YouTube channel and my business as well, as I just want to keep trying to grow. I've just definitely taken my foot off the accelerator lately, and you know, slowed down and kind of taken a step back to look at everything. But now, I even told Kristine the other day, like, if I say I got rid of everything, hypothetically, I got rid of the dyno, I got rid of the shop, I got rid of the lift, I got rid of all the cars and everything like that, I guarantee I'd get rid of everything, and I'd be like, son of a bitch, I really want to build a car, I really want to go dyno a car, I want to go tune a car, I want to be as busy as fuck. And then when I am busy as fuck or tuning cars all the time, I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait to do nothing. You know, there's like never the happy balance. So, anyways, sorry about the rant. Maybe things will change when springtime comes and you have the opportunity to be going to the track. That's another thing too that I've been thinking about. Racing last year really kind of gave me a sour taste in my mouth for some reason. But I went to the racetrack, I went to the JJ DeBoss, you know, arm drop race, and that was probably one of the coolest experiences I've had in quite a while. But at the same time, I got a sour taste in my mouth because there was some conflict and some fighting going on with some people I know about me and another guy, and I don't want anything to do with that. I don't want anything to do with fighting or conflict, or, you know, a lot of things with grudge racing, there's always like shit talking, and I can beat you and you can beat me, and I got more money than you and you got more money than me. And I had nothing to do with the start of this conversation or the start of this argument, but it happened without me knowing, and I got yelled at and screamed at and people coming up in my face, and I'm like, dude, I don't want anything to do with this. I didn't start this. Somebody was backing me, and I was just like, dude, I don't want this. I just want to go out and have fun and congratulate other people on going faster than they did the last pass. That's kind of what drag racing is about for me. It's not about you know, going to make a lot of money. If it happens, it happens, but it's not what I'm about. I'm not about shit talking and going to fucking wave up all the money I have in the air because I'm faster than the next guy. Because drag racing doesn't fucking matter. It's more than who's got the faster car. It's who can hook up, what track surface is better, right lane or left lane. It's you know, driver ability. There's people, you know, mental ability. If you can stay calm on the starting line, there's a lot more to it than just who's got the faster car. And I feel like when I'm extremely stressed out, I cut a really good light and I can get out front. But you guys know me from watching a lot of my drag racing videos that I don't even fucking race the guy next to me. I wait for the light to go green and I take my damn time and I race myself. I want to go faster than the last pass. And that's kind of always my goal, is I just want to improve on what I did before. And that's more rewarding to me than beating the guy next to me, because, you know, when you beat the guy next to me or you're racing somebody, a lot of times, like, for example, like when I lost the race at the JJ race, I went up to the guy and I was joking around and I wanted to shake his hand and he fucking walked away from me. He didn't even acknowledge that I went up to him to congratulate him. He didn't even acknowledge me. And that's, like I said, I had a bad kind of sour taste in my mouth ever since that. And then, like, some of the track officials and stuff, I don't know, I feel like the vibes are different. And it kind of gave me a shitty taste. And then just a couple of weeks ago, or maybe last week, I didn't watch, but I heard about JJ the Boss, and I don't know if it was Trisha Wayne or one of his daughters. They got in a wreck together, street racing. And I thought to myself, you know, living this horsepower lifestyle, you're either crashed, you have crashed, or you're waiting to crash. And you're waiting for something to happen. And that's kind of the danger of doing this stuff and living this horsepower lifestyle. Even a couple of guys I've worked with at shops before, they're just like, oh yeah, I miss my drag racing days and whatever. And then I talked to him, Matt at Expert Towing, he's the guy that I used to work with, he builds transmissions now. He was telling me about his racing days, and he almost killed himself from racing. He said he came out of the burnout with a brand new set of tires that he didn't know how they felt, you know, pulled up round 2 of eliminations or something and went out there hot and heavy. Thing got loose on him. He thought he had control of it, but the thing is when you're drag racing, you don't realize how fast you're going. You could be going 100 miles an hour and the thing gets loose and you're like, I got this, you know, I just got to pedal it and steer it this way or steer it that way. But realistically, shit can get away from you really fast. And when it does, you don't even know what happened. It you know, or you look at Lyle Barnett, you know, and you see, just like JJ I was talking about, his face is all burnt now from the crash that happened a couple days ago. And Trisha, or whoever, one of his daughters, broke her hip, and she was in like ICU for a couple days. And they're just like, I can't wait to get back out there. And it's like, man, you got this awesome family and these, you know, but I feel like they're just doing it because they kind of have to. They have a show.
Love it.
Well, yeah, they do probably love
driving
it.
down the street tomorrow,
But
get into a car accident,
if they
die.
didn't have the show and they didn't have all the fame with associated with drag racing, they might take a break for a little while. But they can't because they're in the middle of filming the show. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Kristine agrees with me, but you know, and that is exactly the risk you take, Nick. That's part of the reason we love it.
You love it, you love it.
That's part of the reason you love it, because there's always that risk. And that's kind of the excitement you get when you make a full pull and you make it to the finish line and nothing blows up and you get back to the pits and you're just all stoked. I love that. That's why it's fun. But sometimes it's you know, yeah, I don't know.
You should go ask her if
All right, you can read some comments. Here you
she
go.
wants to let her dogs out.
Why, she just
She
left?
might be. We got her a little stretcher.
Really?
No.
Really?
Huh. She's
Uh-oh.
gonna tell you to go see if she should let her dogs out. Where did you get to?
I have no idea. I didn't read anything.
Oh, you just been blabbing.
I read Nick's.
blabbering?
Yeah, I've just been blabbing. I read Nick's comment, and he said that's the risk you take. That's the last one I did, but I didn't do any before that.
Oh gosh. Respect your elders. Wish I was local. I feel the same way. All my buddies have moved on, and here I am building civics.
Another thing too is my buddy was just like, he came over tonight and bought some stuff from me, and he's like, man, all my friends are like doing business, or like I feel like they're succeeding in life, and here I am just working my job. And I'm like, dude, sometimes that's the better option. I don't think there's a right or wrong way to make money or live your life. You know, sometimes I feel like, I know for sure when I worked a 9-to-5 job, I feel like I was a little bit more motivated to come home and work on stuff. I may have been more tired.
Really? I'm sorry, but how long have you had a 9-to-5 job? For 2 days and then you quit? Then you started one up 2 months later and had one for a half a day, went to
Yeah,
lunch
well,
and never went back.
I know, but that kind of gave me the ambition to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
You know, because I got to realize that. Maybe I should go get a job for 2 days. And I should
Right,
film
make
the
you
process.
realize.
I
how
should
much you
film the
appreciate
process.
Working for yourself.
I should do that. Hunter Toon got a job. And then the next video, Hunter Toon quit his job.
A21
That'd be a
and
funny
Hunter
video.
collab, that would be mint.
Yep. I read some of those.
Oh, you did. You said you didn't. So.
Oh.
Maybe things will change when springtime comes and you have the opportunity to be going to track.
Yep, and that's how I got on this whole tour drag racing thing.
Pretty sure that day will come. It'll start changing. True, just didn't talk for hours. Too far away though, guys.
Yeah, because I said if me and A21 did a collab, we would just bullshit. Because every time he comes down to buy like parts or we dyno one of his cars, we end up just sitting chit-chatting for hours.
Maybe you should have a kid that you can take under your wing and teach everything you know.
I kind of left that up to God, and he said no, so that's
Stop.
that's the end of that.
Stop.
Maybe one day we'll have kids, but too far.
Yeah. We still have to ride this summer, sir, at least once.
Nick?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I planned on going down there last year because they have like little rides in Milwaukee, like mini bike rides, and they go terrorize the city. And I'm sorry, but I don't know what down there is going to touch this fucking green bike. I could probably race some stoplights and take some W's.
Garage racing sucks for the drama. Just a winter slump, dude. I hate my garage right now. I just want to stay in the house and hang out with the kids.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too. Except I want to just spend time with my dog and train my dog.
Yeah, you hear I wasn't included in any of that. Okay.
Hey, we're engaged now. Me and Roxy went out on the lake today, and we probably went for like a 30-minute walk on the ice. We went to some island, and then I threw her ball like 100 times. And yeah, I enjoyed my day.
Most racing these days is who has the bigger mouth and checkbook. It's sad.
Yeah, because there's so much innovation now. There's so many awesome parts and whatever. I still have yet to pull up to another Grom, riding my Grom that I have the bigger checkbook. Because realistically, to make a Grom this fast, it takes money, which sucks. But if I pull up to somebody, maybe they would get fire up their ass, and they'd be like, "I want to make my Grom fast," you know, and then they'd get the experience and fun that I've had with this one. Another thing too is like I have been hoarding so much shit lately. Like I have a hard time selling anything.
TNT for the win. Who is winning?
Test and tune for the win. That's all.
Oh. I was like, oh, who's winning? Basketball. Okay. If you ain't crashing, you ain't sending. I wrecked a Fox body worth $18K on the street, 500 wheel, 460 Fox body. I drove into a wall.
Yeah, it's
bad.
I can't say. I kind of really should go knock on some fucking wood real quick. Knock on wood. I've never piled up a car. I've never piled up a race car. I've gotten close, but I've never piled one up. I know the time you do it's really eye-opening and it's scary. And I've hung out with a lot of people that build race cars and build engines and everything like that, and they all tell me stories like, yeah, watched my buddy do this. Oh, another reason why I got a sour taste in my mouth from racing last year is because I watched one of my buddies, the white Fox body I tuned on my dyno, burst into flames going down the racetrack, and that was the last pass I made of the year, was right after he bursted into flames. And I let go of the trans brake and just let off the gas because I'm like, I don't want to do this. Like, I was terrified watching him, you know, almost burn to a crisp. Thank God he's all right, but after watching that, I didn't even want to run my car anymore, and I haven't driven it since.
Nick said, come down, I'll hire you right now.
Right?
Lynn
2-day contract, Nick?
Lynn Twin Custom says, get a job at Taco Bell.
What? Oh, yeah. We actually had Wendy's for lunch today, and
Get a job at McDonald's.
they gave us an application with our food.
Did they?
Yeah, they did.
If you want a job to make you appreciate what you do now, go roofing.
Yeah. And that's another thing, too, is I sold a snowmobile the other day. And the guy that bought my snowmobile was like, oh, what do you do for a living? And I'm like, make YouTube videos and sell junkyard fuel injectors and dyno tune cars. And he's like, oh, that's really cool. I used to work at a Porsche dealership, and he used to build like production Porsches. And I'm like, oh, that's really fucking cool. And he got to do a lot of testing on them and all this stuff. And this guy's pretty well off. He seemed like it. And he's like, yeah, I did that for a while, and then I got into carpentry, and then I owned my own carpentry business, and then I got back into doing car stuff, and then and right now he's back into carpentry. And I'm like, maybe I need to get into carpentry. I don't fucking know.
No.
No.
No. The
I mean,
sliding
you see the
barn door you put in the house isn't even level. Doesn't even
You
stay
see the
shut.
drywall in this fucking garage? Yeah, it's not great. I should probably put some screws in that one because it's kind of sagging. We're gonna be out here one day and that fucker's just
Nobody
gonna fall
down here wants fast groms. They all stunt.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, stunting is cool, but I like having an engine that makes good power.
By the way, sup with that auto tune module.
I shipped it yesterday. Sorry, Nick. I sold. The only reason I sold it is because the guy. I would have sold it to Nick, but this guy hit me up. I never even posted it for sale. He hit me up like a week ago, and he's like, "Hey, I saw your video on changing to fuel tech. I'd love to buy your whole A-Racer setup. The A-Racer, the module, the Bluetooth thing, the splitter harness, all of it." And he's like, every part on my bike that he's building is from YouTubers. So he hits all these YouTubers up and he's like, hey, I'd love to buy these parts. I'm building this entire bike from parts that YouTubers had. So I ended up selling it to him, and he offered me literally $50 under retail for everything. So I kind of couldn't pass it up.
Ryan says you could clean rental cars at the airport for $15, 20 to 30 hours a week.
I actually was a detailer for Bergstrom for a while. Bergstrom is a big car dealership up here, and I made minimum wage, $7.25 an hour, back in high school, or just out of high school. I was a detailer at Bergstrom, and I worked 40 to 50 hours a week, and that job I actually really enjoyed. I don't know why, and I didn't make any fucking money doing it, but I stayed at it it was probably one of the longest jobs I held.
And how long was that?
6 months.
Okay.
But I love detailing cars. I don't know why.
Bradley A. Phillips says, Self Hunter, blessings from St. Lucia. What's the topic tonight?
St. Lucia?
Is that how you say it?
St. Louis?
St. Lucia. Isn't that Lucia? Lucia?
Saint
Lucia? Lucia? St. Lucia just sounds like it would be better.
I don't know. The topic tonight is, we don't know. You guys bring up the topic.
And Victor Rivera says, what up, Hunter?
What up?
The AFR on the drywall gonna be spot on.
The air fuel ratio of my drywall?
Doesn't help when you talk for 30 minutes and then all these comments are old.
I'm sorry.
Finish that EF, see what gains the new Manny and Turbo make.
Is that Kevin Johnson by chance?
No, it's Shelton Built Media.
Oh, Shelton built. So I just got the Integra off of the lift. I just put the new suspension on it, which is mint. Rev 9 coilovers. Way better than fucking Max PP bullshit. So now that the lift is free, I want to kind of go out to the shop. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I'll go out to the shop and I'll kind of clean. I'll get everything cleaned up and I'll get the EF back on the lift so I can finish the turbo kit. And I got to figure out the intercooler piping and what I want to do. Maybe I'll just put some bullshit together so I can dyno it. but we'll see.
Maybe you can do sick week and drive across country to get away from everything. Brent and Shane from PFI are getting ready to be going.
See, I would love to do that, but I feel like I get anxiety fucking leaving home, and I get anxiety like being in a place that I don't like. I'm not familiar with the area, so it's tough for me to want to do something like that, even though I think it'd be really cool. Me and Kristine actually have been trying to plan a getaway to Tennessee in June. There's actually a little mini bike ride through the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee. And I think it'd be really cool to maybe get a cabin for a night or two. We can make the drive in a day and maybe go down to Tennessee, check out some stuff. I think that's the problem is life starts at the edge of your comfort zone, but it's really hard for me to actually take the first step to get to that edge of my comfort zone. Hey! Enough.
Ooh.
Enough. You were doing so good. What's wrong? Hey, get your bowl.
Yeah, a lot of votes to finish the EF.
Really? Why?
Yeah, I saw those trash max speeds. LOL, the cheap max speeds are okay though.
Yeah, they are.
May need to swap out that VW rad.
It's gonna be a tight fit, that's for sure.
Nick said you gonna do it, the ride?
The Tennessee ride? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when the time gets closer. Hey!
Are the Bosch injectors the same plug as DSM 450s?
Yes. They're EV1. And they don't require a resistor box, so you would have to delete your resistor box if you're running DSM 450s. What kind of power are you shooting for? Because the flex style might be a better option. Jumping to a 2200 is a big commitment. 2200s are nothing to fuck with. Like, if you don't got a 600 plus horsepower race car, I probably wouldn't recommend them just because, you know, they're a big commitment. They're a large injector. They take a lot more fine tuning to get to work right. And,
She's eating your chair.
hey, enough. Hey, enough. You can't eat this. That looks delicious, doesn't it? Delicious?
It's your toy, Roxy. You have like 6 of them
No.
right there.
Hey.
Ooh, my bad. It's empty
That's right, it's
anyways.
empty anyway. That's just to let me know to get another.
Roxy. Good girl. Is your bone? Good girl, baby. Dude, Tennessee is nice. I want to go on the mini bike ride.
Who?
Lynn Twin Customs.
Yeah. I hear that the Smoky Mountains is. I've actually had a lot of people. Sometimes I make posts on Facebook at like midnight or 2 in the morning, and you know they don't get much traction, or like I only get a couple likes or a couple comments. And I posted about that ride going through the Smoky Mountains, and I had a lot of people that are like, "Dude, you won't regret it." And I'm like, "Fuck, maybe I really should do this. Probably be a really cool experience."
What's most power you have made on stock GSR cams? No.
Probably 550, 600 horse. If you want to make more than that, you can. It's just going to take more boost. If you put a set of Type R cams, that would work even better. What are you doing? Sit. Hey, sit. Sit.
If you are out in Tennessee, you go ahead and drive down to Boone, North Carolina. Beautiful roads. Also great people that respect riders. I'd like to go to North Carolina. Oh, how
You could visit the ocean.
Going for 4,500. Oh, 4,500. I don't
Yeah,
really know how
stock
to read that.
GS.
On ethanol, my resistor box is less than ideal. I will be glad to be rid of it. 4 to 500 on my D series. Ran 20 pounds of boost on ethanol last year and ran out of injector.
On 450s?
This is the person that asked about the
2200s.
yeah.
Yeah, if you get a set of any of my decapped injectors, you would be way better off. I would maybe just get a set of normal style injectors, maybe flexes, but the normal style injectors actually work really good in a D series. The flex style fits better in a B series or a K series, but the D series, I usually always point people towards the normal style injectors because they just tend to fit better.
My wine is very good.
Oh yeah.
It's my favorite one. I got a Borg. Is that how you say it? Borg.
Yeah, Borg.
S364 made 648, but seems laggy. Been debating going smaller. BS turbo goal is 950s.
Oh, 950s in the quarter? That dude's flying.
Do you have any
CTR cams you'd sell? I make 648 now on 32 PSI GSR cams. Best to date is 1006 146.
I think your best bet is to get rid of that Borg Warner turbo because Borgs, okay, hey, Borg Warner turbos are very lazy, like you mentioned, and they never quit making power. They're just like a gradual torque curve. They never flatten out completely. So they're constantly gaining power, which isn't always the best thing. You kind of want it to flatten out and then shift back into peak power. Hey, why are you being a slut?
Oh my gosh.
Knock it off.
Type R cams in a B20B Tech B16 head. What rev limit would you recommend for the stock bottom end?
7,500. He says you got Type R cams. Mm-hmm. Yeah, get rid of those if you got a stock bottom end.
And St. Lucia is
In the Caribbean island.
Oh, nice.
Caribbean, however we're gonna say that.
Nice.
I'm sure it's potato.
Hey, you're gonna go in the house. You can't behave, you're gonna go in the house.
This is off topic, but LQ4. What is that, an L or an I? Does any of that make sense to you? LQ4, IQ4.
LQ4 makes
why sense. The rods go what direction forward? Can't find answers even in an LS build book.
What direction the rod goes?
Yeah.
what direction?
So there's always going to be typically there's always going to be a flat side of the rod, like on the where the rod cap goes on. There's going to be a flat, and then there's going to be a chamfered edge. The chamfered edge always goes towards the butt of the crankshaft. The flat edges of the rods go together. So hopefully that makes sense. You'll be okay putting it together either way, I think, but the rod, if you look at two connecting rods, typically they're gonna have one end of the rod and the rod cap is gonna be flat, and one side is going to have a chamfer on the bearing.
What
It's
does
gonna
that
have
mean?
like a, huh?
What does that mean? Chamfer.
So like the chamfer, okay, so one side's flat and one side is like this. You see this? Mm-hmm. One side's like this. The side that is like this, it's got the chamfer, it's got a little curvature to it. The curvature sits into the crankshaft. Does that make sense? The
yeah,
flat,
it's just funny. Nick just said
this side's
keep
flat.
saying rod and butt.
The flat and the flat go together. The chamfer and the chamfer go out to the butt of the crankshaft. You know, you got to think of your curvatures. The curvature of the rod goes to the butt of the crank.
If you want to
Flat
check
to
out
flat.
my Civic, I am.
Can I say it one more time? Flat to flat,
Yeah.
curvature to curvature. Oh.
Okay.
If you want to check out my Civic, I am talking about. There's videos on my channel. Montsmatic, if you want it.
All right.
I go to US 131 Speedway in Michigan.
Nice.
Well, you're always watching YouTube channels, so.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
I got a B18B1 with a HX35, tuned it on E85, did it myself just by watching your videos. Hasn't blown up yet at 17 pounds. Good job, Victor.
I just don't like whole set turbos on Hondas because, like I was telling one of the guys before, is the whole set turbo tends to be very, it doesn't peak. it just keeps growing and growing and growing and growing and never levels off.
Why is your heat not on anymore?
I'll turn it
I'm a
on.
bit brisk. It's a bit chilly in these parts.
It's fucking 55 degrees.
Yeah, that's cold. Let's see. Question I have is...
This is progress.
Roxanne?
Typically, like when we're hanging out together in the garage, she won't lay down.
That's true. Question I have is when you're in your tuning software, say HTS or Hyundai for instance, when you're at your injector parameters, box 1 with old injector size, next new size, what does this new number actually doing in the software?
So I can answer this on a base map that you would start with stock injectors, and say you go to 1,000. Say you go to 1,000 cc injector. When you type in 1,000 cc injector, what it's doing is it's lowering the values of the fuel map. So it's pretty much, if you were to take the whole entire fuel map and subtract the amount from 240 cc to 1,000 cc and you did the math, that's what the software is doing for you. What I've noticed is that doesn't always work that great. And when I first get cars going, I always just leave it and I just play with injector size until the car runs decently. And even if the injector, this is true on HTS, not so much on Honda or Chrome, but typically on HTS, the larger the injector, like I tuned a set of 2200s on HTS, and the injector size that I used was 850. Because the injector, I said this on a couple HTS videos now, that the injector size on HTS doesn't always directly reflect the actual size of the injector. So don't be frustrated if you have to play with the injector size and it says it's a 650 and the car runs good when you have a 1200 cc injector. Just do whatever you can to make the car run right, and if the injector size doesn't match your actual injector size, don't get your panties in a bunch.
He also said, I missed it, so the new injector size is playing a role in what numbers are in the actual fuel map?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if you probably
I didn't even see that comment, but that's what I said.
Okay.
Yeah.
I live in South Carolina. The ride from South Carolina to Tennessee is really nice. You'll love it. What's up, Mr.
I feel like that area in general is gorgeous.
What's up, Mr. and Mrs.? Not yet. Probably another 9 years.
Shut up.
I was talking to the Borg. I wanted a PTE 6266 or a 6262, but after watching the channel, I want to try VS Racing. What size would work to 700 wheel horsepower and not be super laggy?
On a B series?
I don't remember, but I think so.
Okay, so PTE, Precision Turbo Engineering, will always make the most power. They will. Without a doubt, Precision turbos make the most power. Same size turbo from VS versus Precision. The Precision will always make more power. The VS will usually 95% of the time outlive the Precision. Precisions make more power, but if you don't have absolutely perfect oil and perfect exhaust flow and oil feed and drain, if all that stuff isn't perfect, and if you run too much back pressure, or if your exhaust size is terrible, or the intercooler setup is inefficient or anything, the turbo is meant to work with a perfect setup. Precisions are.
It's a GSR 82 millimeter.
And when the Precision is set up right, they're unstoppable. But most people, not saying everybody, but most people, they have a slight restriction somewhere in the system. Whether it's the quality of oil, or the oil feed or drain, or exhaust size, or intercooler size, or whatever, the VS Racing doesn't really give a shit. You could piss in a VS Racing turbo and it's not gonna die. You could run sand through a VS Racing turbo and it's not gonna die. So that's why I run them, and they only make slightly less power than a Precision. It's not like they make 100 less horsepower or even 50 less horsepower. It might be 10 horsepower.
So in conclusion, what size would you recommend?
For 700 wheel on a B series, I would probably run a 62-62, and it would probably take you 35 pounds of boost to get there. That's probably what I would do. You could get a 67-62, but the 62-62 is a quite capable unit. And I don't know. On my car, I made 650 wheel, and I was not out of turbo. And that was on a B16, 1.6 liter. I made
This one says
650
like
wheel
GSR
on 30
82
pounds.
millimeter bore. That's what his is, whatever that
Yeah,
means.
82 millimeter bore GSR is going to make more power per pound of boost. So on that same 30 pounds of boost on your GSR, it'd probably make 700. And the turbo would probably quit. Depending on the camshafts and stuff that are in it too, that also plays a role. You can make 700 wheel. You might be able to make a little more, depending on how efficient everything else is.
What T28 turbo would you recommend for a D series Viterra build, and would low comp or high comp be better?
T28. I love T25 and T28 turbos on a D series. High compression is always better, depending on if you have good fuel. If you don't have ethanol and you're only running chump pump bullshit, maybe not the best thing, but.
I'm really bad at this whole camera woman thing, so I'm super sorry. I keep cutting off your head.
Yeah, you're probably shining my shirt. So I like T25 and T28 turbos. You could probably get away with like a Rev 9 or a CX Racing size turbo. VS Racing does offer a T25. I should probably start selling them. I don't know. I'm scared to commit to a lot of this stuff because it's expensive to like get the products.
Beer makes you all burpy, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I still can't get HTS to do big pops on two-step, but limiter is rowdy AF.
The two-step,
That's from Nick.
you got to play with the delay time. If you run more delay or less delay, it's going to make it more poppy or less poppy. I don't know. If you email me, I'll send you a base map.
Car or truck or bike cruising around Tennessee is really nice.
Yeah.
From Chuck.
I feel like I'd want to do a car, just because when you're on a bike, it's like totally different. Maybe a bike. I don't know. Just throw them in the eco diesel.
Base timing for the B20V should be slightly retarded or stick to 16 degrees.
It doesn't matter. You want to match to the ECU. Setting base timing is all what the ECU wants to see. So if your base timing of your car and of your ECU is 16, you match the engine to 16.
Every time I see Bradley A. Phillips' name, I just think, oh, how it must be nice in St. Lucia. What is the weather like, Bradley?
Right. You know what the temperature is here right now, Bradley? I think I was actually just watching the Weather Channel, and it said -5. -5.
Degrees
That's actually
Fahrenheit.
less than nothing. -5 is less than nothing.
What do you think of a B18C Surgy? SIR-G.
Oh, SIR.
Oh, not sir. My bad. What do you think of that?
They're good. SIR just means it's like a US Type R, I think. I think that's what that means. I don't know. I don't get it all caught up in the lingo. GSR is GSR to me. Type R has a different camshaft. US Type R cam is slightly less aggressive than JDM. JDM engines are slightly more aggressive than US. You're fucking pulling hair differences. It's not an end-all be-all difference in the motor.
She's got something.
What do you got? Hey!
I use cheap oil, LOL. Free 15W40 from work.
Nick.
No, Shelton. He's the one with that. He asked about the turbo. and
Hey,
stuff.
cheap
DSR,
oil.
82 millimeter bore. That guy.
Anything I care about, I try to run Schaefer's or Brad Penn, just because I do feel like it helps.
Get
a
your
little
ball,
bit.
honey. Get your little ball.
You can run cheap oil if you change it all the time.
Let's see. Best off-the-shelf oil, hands down, VR1.
I feel like VR1 breaks down kind of fast. It works good for a short amount of time. VR1 works good for a short amount of time. It's a great racing oil because if you change it every time you go to the racetrack. Hey! What do you got?
If you don't mind me asking, why did you sell Barney? Just got bored or broke too many gears?
Hondas aren't fun above 500 horsepower in my opinion because they break everything. And then you end up like Kyle from Booster Boys and you have to buy dog box transmissions and you still break them. So yeah, they get really expensive after 500 horsepower. And a coupe, that car was really heavy. So I didn't really want to use it for a drag car because it was a coupe. And they get really heavy. I'd rather use a hatchback for a drag car, or I don't know. And going fast with a B series takes a light car and usually a lot of money in transmission parts or a lot of spare parts. And I don't know. I got sick of it because.
Did you really think that was a good idea?
No, I didn't. Yeah, I don't know. I just sold it because
Roxanne, stop.
it just didn't give me the vibes. You know, some cars give me certain vibes, and I really dig them, and I like them. And then some cars just don't give me those vibes.
Max PP Rods T28 working mint for me. No BOV either. Blowout valve.
Nick.
Right? Is that what that
Nick.
stands for? Right?
That was Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah. On his Cressida, whatever car he has. The little Toyota Nissan thing.
Do you think I'm really bad. I should not be doing this. Do you think a SBE Gen 4 5.3 will spool twin 7366 on E85 with big water to air, or should I just spend the money up front and go methanol?
7366.
Yeah.
That sounds like a very torquey turbo, and it's probably not the best turbo to run. Stock bottom end, what, 5.3? A lot of it's in the camshaft.
Gen 4 5.3, if that makes sense.
Gen 4 5.3. It depends on the camshaft and converter more than anything else, and transmission. So I think you could spool them just fine if you had the right cam and converter. It's just tough to. You got to figure out what the car is going to like with whatever you got right now to have a baseline to work off of, and then go from there. You can always change. There's so many variables with these cars now. You could change cam, converter, turbo size, anything you want, you know, to make it work how you want.
The weather is great in St. Lucia. Nick said it's 3 down there. Try to go to the tail of the dragon, super great views and super curvy roads.
This is what I'm saying. Like, these guys don't even fucking know about this mini bike ride, and I posted about it on Facebook, and I talked about it for 2 minutes on here, and look at everybody that's like, oh, you should go.
I boosted my high comp V20. Is 18 degrees safe across the boost table at 10 pounds?
18 degrees at 10 pounds is
Oh
fine.
my gosh, also it's negative 18 in Montana.
Is that Lin Twin?
No, that's Bubba Julian.
Oh. Yeah. Negative 18.
I feel like Montana.
That'll
would
put
be a
some
nice
hair on your
place to
chest.
live, huh?
Kind of sucks in the winter, though. Because it gets way colder there than it does here.
Willy Wonka says, how do you like sloppy stage 3 cam that you put in the Cavalier? I have one lying around. I might put in a LQ4 I have kicking around.
It works good. It's very aggressive, but it works okay. It depends on the application. That's the thing, is like, what are you using it for? That'll determine if the cam is good for you or not.
Bradley.
I feel like he's my new friend. Curfew is restricting my night runs on the street. Is curfew from COVID? I'm assuming.
Probably.
Are we allowed to talk about that?
Right.
Am I allowed to say
Demonetized.
3:30 guy, my first live join. Love the live Q&A session. Good luck with any new ventures.
Thank you. I appreciate that. This game is really good.
Wow.
They were just down by 7 points, and
Well,
Curry
well-
just hit a 3.
Well, Golden State hasn't been doing too hot these days, I feel like.
No.
I mean, obviously they're still like number 2, but you know.
You know what's hilarious is I used to talk shit on sports all the time.
Now look at ya.
I know. Kristine's got me into basketball.
Recently, I've been liking the non-VTEC LS in my daily.
Yeah, honestly,
you ever
non-VTEC
raced the
is...
non-VTEC B series?
I should do that.
I don't know. I don't like pokey cars.
Yeah, if it's not like blistering fast, Kristine doesn't like it. I just feel like I've done so many fucking cars. I've done so many different combinations that I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna go do this. I've done this 100 times already. You know, it just doesn't get my rocks off.
Lay down.
No, sit. Lay down. All the way, lay down.
Lay down.
Lay down.
Down.
You're supposed to be showing off right now. Lay down.
Down.
Oh my gosh, I'm done.
And this is why Roxy isn't trained.
Oh, we have lots of stuff to catch up on here.
How many people are watching?
35.
Oh, wow.
Hunter,
That
I'm
beats
running-
last night of me being a fucking sore loser. I only had like 10 people watching.
Hunter, I'm running a MS2 with my B20B.
I guess we're...
Oh, look at that. I'm gonna know all the slang. Chuck wants to know how much you would charge for a base map for a B18C OBD1.
$50 on my website.
She doesn't like that. Last question about the injectors. Do you know the name of the truck plug style? If not, I can figure it out later, but they make converters to EV1 for some things. It's like two plug styles on the site.
It's called like Delphi Multitech, MULTEC, DELPHI.
Best oil is Rotella T6. They got more dinosaurs and vitamins than regular oils.
I like T6. I don't like T4. T4 breaks down very fast. T6 also breaks down a little bit less fast than T4.
Nick seems like a funny lad, huh?
It's still good oil, but it's, you know, I don't know. Schaefer's I can run for 5,000 miles. It still comes out green.
Yeah, this person said Schaefer Racing Oil, nothing but the best.
Yeah, it literally,
Next
you
Friday.
pour it in and it's fucking green, and you drain it after fucking 5,000 miles and it's still green.
Aren't you supposed to change your oil every 3,000 miles? Is that correct?
Depends on the
Was that
quality of
correct?
oil.
Was
Depends
that
on the
really-
quality.
Was that right?
You know what the recommendation is on my truck?
What?
10,000.
Oh, all right.
And then people are like, oh, I have bearing failures on my Eco Diesel. Probably because you went to the dealer and they put some garbage fucking out of the barrel Chevron fucking garbage in it, and you went 10,000 miles, robbed the fuck out of your truck, and then main bearings went
Lay
out
down.
because your goddamn DEF system clogs up your fucking exhaust and your goddamn oil gets full of soot, and then you change it every 10,000 miles with garbage oil, and then you wonder why the main bearings go out. You know?
What do you think about using Lucas
Oil stabilizer. Did you use that in my Fusion? Or is that not
The
what
Mazda.
that was?
Maybe the Mazda.
What was the Fusion that you always put in when it started doing that thing? You know
Oh,
what I'm talking
injector
about?
cleaner.
Oh,
Injector cleaner.
That wasn't that.
Yeah, because the Fusion had an injector issue.
Oh.
So I put injector cleaner in it. I think the oil stabilizer is okay. I think it's, all it is an additive to make a thinner oil thicker. If you just run a good quality, slightly thicker oil in something that's a little wallowed out or worn out, the engine's a little wore out, just run a good quality, thicker oil and I think you'd be better off than running that stabilizer shit. The stabilizer might bring back really shitty oil. So if you don't want to do an oil change and you only got $10, maybe get some fucking stabilizer to put in there to band-aid you till you need your next oil change.
That is my main issue. I just started shattering gears in my consistent 1020s, one.
That's the thing, is you can get to 10 seconds in a Honda and then after that you just break everything. That's how it goes.
Kristine, ooh, he spelled my name correctly. That's nice. You will be a
Who?
Bradley, my friend.
Oh.
St. Lucia.
Well, it's funny because I put your name in the title.
Oh.
Spelled correctly.
Okay, never mind. You will be a tuner after this live reading these comments for the world.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
will be
Yeah.
a pro after this.
Yeah. You're blocking the camera with your finger, but
Sorry, I'm not a good camera woman.
every time I'm like filming with Kristine, she's like filming my feet.
I know.
And I'm like, what are you
and I'm like
doing?
this, all shaky all the time.
Oh, YouTube did not like that. I'm sorry. You're doing great at reading. Oh, you keep him on topic, not too much rambling. I know he goes on his rants.
Yeah,
I just
do.
start staring
Sorry.
at
Sorry.
Dude is always live at like 1 a.m.
I'm sorry. Oh.
Are we not allowed to do that real quick? I just gave you a brief view of the show.
Yeah, you can't watch an NBA without
Without
the
written
written consent.
The Dragon that goes from Tennessee to North Carolina is 311 curves and 11 miles. Did you hear that?
Yeah, the Dragon is nuts, dude. Like, it's how long of a ride really is it though? Because I was actually looking up some
Didn't it just say 11 miles?
some comments, and they're like, it's an all day thing. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to ride all day. Like, I want to actually like go explore the city.
Any basketball fans?
I'd like to go ride for an hour or two and then come back.
We're watching the Pacers and
Warriors. It's 107 to 106 with 41 seconds left.
I feel like these guys are car guys and they don't give a shit about sports.
Hey, Ryan said 67, 66S on banana spooled instantly with the 5.3, 6 to 20 plus pounds. In
Do you want a head
0.9
gasket? Do you need a
seconds
head
off the break.
gasket?
Did you listen to anything I just said?
Sorry. Banana spooled 67,
Ryan said
66.
67, 66S on banana spooled instantly with the 5.3, 6 to 20 plus pounds in 0.9 seconds off the break.
Yep.
A
But
lot of gibberish. I don't
his
understand.
converter was also a looser converter. Looser converter and a good camshaft that's matched to the setup, you're going to have that kind of outcome. If you don't have the right converter and cam, you might not have that outcome. I had that outcome where I had too big of a turbo for my converter and my cam.
Honda switch for high and low boost? Question mark off the service connector? Question mark.
I've never done it, but you can use like a evap solenoid off an LS. It's a 2-wire deal that has a vacuum line in and out, and you can flip it on and off to run high boost to the top of the gate to double it. I've done that.
My outdoor porch thermometer.
Anybody want to buy a Grom head gasket?
that Roxy just munched on.
Yeah.
My
I'll have Roxy sign it for you.
My outdoor
What do you got
porch
now?
thermometer is broken. It's 36 now. Was negative 20 yesterday. Thanks for everything. Hashtag built in the shop. Tuned on the block. That's from Bubba from Montana.
Ooh, your thermometer broke. You ever watch that YouTube channel, Life in Yakusta? Because their average winter temperature is negative 50 or negative 40 some degrees. I watch it because it's interesting.
Drop it.
And they have cows and farms and all this stuff, and I'm like, how the fuck do you guys survive? And negative 50 fucking degrees every day. They've actually had temperatures as low as negative 100, negative 97
Roxy.
degrees.
She's so naughty.
And it's an
Drop it.
actual city that's like you can live in.
Drop it.
Where is it? Where did it go? She's just gonna keep eating your injector cord. Please.
Come here! Come here!
What
Hey.
cam would you run on a high comp turbo D series non VTEC?
The stock one.
Can you grab that?
An A6 cam. Camming a D series is a big commitment because the D series is you can't rev them that high. So when you put a camshaft in, it just doesn't work that good. If you use a non VTEC, I'd run an A6 cylinder head and camshaft.
Jason Jennings says H1 Bravo is in the chat. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother!
What about Motul?
Motul is good oil too.
Motul.
That's good oil. Oh my god. dude,
Don't
20
need to
seconds
change
left.
it if it leaks and burns.
Look.
Just add.
Ah! Ooh, Warriors got it back. They're gonna foul. Not a single basketball comment, I guarantee it. Not a one, right?
I don't know. Nick said don't need to change it if it leaks and burns, just add.
Yeah, just add. Fuck it. Let her eat.
Johnny's-
Sometimes the best running engines are the ones that are the most clapped out and burn the most oil and leak the most oil. Kristine had a Mazda 6. I wish you would have never sold it. It had 260,000 miles on it. And I would add a quart a week. And that motherfucker ran hard. It burned more than anything.
5.3 twin 73S. Gonna do a custom grind cam, Hughes converter, power glide, no prep racing, and try to run high boost out the back, 35 to 40 psi.
Okay.
Did you hear any of that?
Custom cam. 35, 40 pounds.
Okay.
You want this? You want this?
Hunter, this Q&A live is awesome. You should do this every week.
Thank you.
That was from Chuck Hollenbeck. What would cause Axel lock in my D series trans? Been trying to reforms, but not much help.
The diff shimming. The shims in the diff. Is the transmission just
She just took another one.
change
She's so
the transmission.
naughty.
If you can find another used tranny, just throw a different tranny in it. Otherwise, you have to take your transmission apart and check the differential shim and make sure the bearings are good and stuff like that. Good luck getting that off the ground. Good luck. That's all I got to say, Roxy. Get it. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Good
Hunter's
luck.
lives are always lit. LOL. Now we don't sport around here.
Yeah, fuck that.
What were you into first, Hondas or V8 stuff?
Hondas. That's why I still support all you motherfuckers that are in the Hondas. Because I was there.
Can I sit there?
Sure.
Thanks.
After pee-pee.
You're giving me this dumb little stool and it's hurting my old lady.
Have
back.
we been going for a long time or?
Yeah,
71 minutes?
You said I'm just gonna do a quick 30-minute live. You wanna come out and help me? That was my impression of you.
Alright, we'll go through one more round of questions and we're out of here.
We've got 33 people watching us.
Well, if you want to keep going, then we'll keep going. I'm just worried about you.
Oh.
That's all. I don't give a shit.
What's your favorite EFI tuning solution? You should go put Roxanne in the house.
I kind of like Fuel Tech, not gonna lie. Fuel Tech is pretty cool. I want to try Fuel Tech on a Honda at one point. And I also like Holly. And I like Honda. Honda, Holly, Fuel Tech. Fuel Tech, Holly, Honda.
You should put
Those
her-
are the three I like.
Since you have to pee, you should go put her in the house.
Okay, come on,
But
let's go
she's
inside.
being super naughty.
Come on, let's go.
She likes to play this. I'm gonna
All
take
right, well,
something to chase me game.
you're gonna, does anybody want to buy some ground parts?
Anybody want to buy some ground parts? The only thing I'm gonna be able to name over there is the seat, and maybe some cams.
No.
Darn it, axles.
Those are crankshafts.
Oh darn it. What are those big old round things there?
Did you say they were brown?
Round.
What
Not
round
round.
things?
But that looks kind of round to me. This thing, this big old thing.
That's a cylinder head.
Give
It
me
has
a
the
hint. What
valves
is
in
this?
it?
Give me a hint.
Oh, that's a cylinder
Oh,
and piston.
is this
That's
an
air,
oil?
an air box.
Okay.
That's where the air filter goes on the stock bike. We don't run air filters on our bikes because we are.
All right, we have lots of questions, so go pee real quick. And see
Come on,
if
Roxy,
people
let's
are
go.
Still here talking to me by the time you get back from
Come on.
peeing. He's just gonna go bring little Roxanne in the house because she's naughty, and then pee. So if you all want to stay for this brief intermission. That's my wine. Sorry, I'm not going to be very entertaining for this 2 minutes. So keep on asking questions if you would like. Ooh. Lakers fan here. See, I'm not a big fan of the Lakers.
Do you live in California? Don't you worry, I'll come back to all these comments, but I will not be able to answer them. I'm doing good. We went to a basketball game tonight and that was fun. And if anybody watches Impractical Jokers, does anybody do that? Or do car people not watch that either? But anyways, we're gonna go see one of the Impractical Jokers on Saturday. I'm just chatting about our Impractical Joker experience on Saturday.
Yeah.
And I said, do car people watch Impractical Jokers? Probably not. That's what I said. And there's a Lakers fan on here. And I said I'm not a big fan.
No. LeBron's a crybaby.
Did you see it? They tied. It's gonna go into overtime.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And my voice doesn't normally sound like this. I'm not a man.
You're kind of normal right now.
Are you kidding me? I feel like it's super mannish right now.
That's all right. My voice squeaks all the time, so.
It does. And you always are sucking back your snot.
Roxanne,
The dragon is all day and my dog chews on car parts too. I feel bad leaving her in there because we just left her alone for 3 hours. Any plans for the Integra?
I just put coilovers on it. I put Rev 9 coilovers on it, and they're pretty sweet. I very much recommend them. I might tune it on methanol and see how fast we can make it all motor, and then I might turbo it. But I don't know if I'm going to turbo it because it's pretty sweet without a turbo. And the transmission is very short. It's an RSX tranny. So the top speed in 5th gear is like 120 miles an hour. It's crazy.
It's a built head, springs, and retainers. I'm trying to think of what that was from. Oh, that's the one with the Axel walk guy. Did you hear me?
Oh, it's what?
A built head, springs, and retainers. I don't know. Bubba Julian says, my turbo lights at 3,000 RPM. It's a max peating rods when it's negative 30 out, but 3,500 when it's just 30 degrees out.
So the colder it is, it spools faster. Right? That's
No,
what that says?
no. Do you want me to read it again?
The colder it is, the faster the turbo spools up. He said negative 30, it spools up at 3,500, right?
3,000.
Yeah.
But at 30, it's 3,500.
Yeah, that's because the air is more dense when it's cold out. When it's cold outside, there's more molecules in the air. That's why when you breathe, it hurts because you're just getting so much.
Well, actually, when you breathe, it's because
It's freezing as it going
in
down
your
your windpipe.
lungs, it's 100% humidified. And the air is so dry that it shocks your lungs. Actually. so
Kristine
it's
with the
bad.
knowledge bomb.
Let's see here. GT 3076.
Discontinued, unfortunately. I have a 3071 if somebody wants to buy it. It's a used one.
-9 Fahrenheit and -25 with the wind chill and where I am, Ontario, Canada. Where was Steve today? I want to go there.
Oh, do you guys watch Steve Wallace? You should watch him. He does
Camping with Steve.
camping videos.
I like him.
We watch him.
Where
quite a
did he
bit.
go today? He's from Canada.
Alberta,
Oh, it looks like a very nice place.
in the mountains.
I got a spare B16. Should I throw the ITR cams in since I want to use the cams into something?
Is it all motor? If it's all motor and you put ITR cams in a B16, you will have a high RPM screamer that will be reliable. Because the B16 has a shorter stroke and you can rev it higher, safer. So I would recommend that, yes.
Also, was the fire truck gone?
Yes. I hope she's okay because all her lights are on.
Yeah.
No, never mind, her all lights are off. But did they really take her on a stretcher?
Well, they brought the stretcher in after they've been in there for a while, so I assume they would take her, but I don't
She
know.
gets to this point where she can't move. That's her problem.
Fire up the grom and do a driveway skid.
Nah, I got studs on it. Are you talking about this one? It doesn't start, the battery's dead. You want to hear it crank over because it's not going to start. It actually might start. The battery's kind of dead, and I do not have the startup tune figured out at all. Come show the fuel tank.
Oh, okay.
This is the fuel tank. Oh! I gotta key cycle it here.
That's a really good thing.
Yeah. We only have 11 volts.
Deaf, and now I have carbon monoxide poisoning.
We could crack the door for a minute.
No, I'm chilly.
It's E85.
Well, it's
E85
fine.
doesn't fuck you up as bad. This is really gonna be a tie game again. Oh. Ooh, I can't survive.
No, I'm cold.
We'll just leave this open for like 2 minutes.
I run Mega Squirt.
Yeah, Mega Squirt's okay.
No testicles.
What?
That's just what Nick said. I don't know what that's referring to.
Oh, he said no testicles to my ground because it has no balls.
Our VE.
No balls!
Shh.
Sorry.
The door open. Are VE tables difficult compared to back tables?
Say that again? Math.
Are VE tables difficult compared to VAC tables?
VE and vacuum are kind of the same thing. Volumetric efficiency table is typically based off of manifold pressure. Vacuum table, VAC, is manifold pressure.
I'm chilly. Keep the awesome content up. Favorite YouTuber by far, says Aaron B.
Fuck yeah, buddy.
Oh my gosh, how many of those have you had?
Well, I had 2 at the Herd game and a couple 2-3 right here.
Is Indiana gonna win?
So we about to go to sleep soon.
Oh, I already read that. Were you able to get anyone to race you on the ice?
What?
Were you able to get anyone to race you on the ice?
No, I just had a couple buddies come out and we raced around in the circle track, which is actually turning out a lot better now that it's been colder and we've been kind of, grooming it a little bit. It's just been so cold, you don't even want to go ride. It's too cold to ride. But this weekend we might go out on Saturday. It's supposed to be like 20, 22.
I got some real good local wine on the island. Ooh. Gotta go to St. Lucia. I just like saying that. It sounds so fancy.
Is that the right way to say it though?
St. Lucia?
Lucia?
St. Lucia.
I feel like Lucia would be spelled Lucia. Lucia.
I think it's St. Lucia. Start bike up, which you did. 99 Crimes wine. Oh my gosh, that's what I'm drinking, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is what I'm drinking. It's got like the
She's literally drinking
inmate on it, or the, I really like it. It's my favorite one. I found it at Quick Trip.
Quick Trip. Also, Nick, if Nick's still in here, my Casey's Rewards has expired.
That's because you
Okay.
were a very selfish, selfless person, if that makes sense. You were being selfish because you filled up 3 people's cars in one day, but that was also selfless to do,
We had a Casey's gas station they have a reward system, and there was a little small glitch where we would get rewards.
Because if you spend $10, you get 25 cents off a gallon.
Yes.
And they have subs and stuff. So sometimes we would fill up our car, and then we would get subs and spend $20, and eventually we had like $3.50 off a gallon per gallon.
$4 off we were at.
Yes, we were at $4 off per gallon.
So we would get gas and it would be free.
And it wouldn't restart.
It wouldn't reset. So every time you use it and you fill up your gas with the fuel rewards, it's supposed to go back to zero. It would never go back to zero. So I'd be like, oh shit, we have $4 off a gallon. I'm getting free gas. We'd fill up cars for 17 cents.
Because, they had to charge you a penny.
They had to charge you a penny. And I would literally fill up my diesel, my buddy's Power Stroke, my girlfriend's or Kristine's Explorer, or my fiance. And I filled up a couple other buddies' cars, and I did it all in one day. And then the next day, it quit working. And we went on this streak for like a solid month of getting free gas every day.
Hey, shout out from Houston. Oh, an air ball. That's rough.
Oh, it's still Golden State ball.
Shout out from Houston. Hey, Christopher Cruz. They're funny. Practical Jokers is funny. Oh, yeah. And Practical Jokers for the win. Yes, we watch Practical Jokers.
That's funny.
You sound
We're going
fine.
to see Joe Gatto.
I love him.
Scoopski potato.
I love him. You sound fine or normal, Kristine. Well, thank you. Hell yeah, bro. Love your channel. Wish you were in East Tennessee to tune my GSR. Says
Well, maybe
RJ
we can go
Brett.
to Tennessee on the Grom ride and I can tune the guy's car and pay for the trip.
I still need that Ruckus battery box 2 Hunter, says Nick.
Hey, you want to see it? It's sitting right fucking here. I moved it the other day, and I'm like, should I throw it out or should I send it to Nick?
Love the Grom content, says D.
Hey,
All
that's
content
awesome,
is
dude,
great,
because
to be
I love
honest.
the... Whoop!
Oh my gosh, bless you.
There might be another one following up.
That was a really nice shoulder dab there. UFC PPV tomorrow night.
I don't watch fighting.
I feel like I could get into that. I kind of like violence. So I kind of want to watch hockey. It's a violent sport, and I kind of into that. What's up, brother? Small town nobody. It's cold in Georgia, too. Did Georgia just get snow? Somebody just got snow.
Yeah, somebody was saying that actually Christian Morrison built on Facebook. He's from the Carolinas, and he actually pulled all of
Both
his
of
cars.
them, or just one?
He's from one of them. I don't know what one. North, south, whatever. And he actually had to pull his cars in tonight because they're getting a snowstorm.
What's cold, Mr. Small Town Nobody?
Yeah,
What is
what's
cold to you? Sell me the ITR cam, says Shelton Built Media. Did you hear me? Oh, wow, are the Pacers gonna win? That is the question. Sorry, he's a little preoccupied.
Basically, Curry just...
Yeah, he knows it. Look at him. He knows it.
Come on. No, he was wide open, too. Sorry.
Did you hear me?
Back to horsepower.
Did you hear me?
What?
Sell me the ITR cams. Yeah, he should have made
I
that.
don't have any ITAR cams.
Didn't you say you did?
No, I don't.
Oh.
Sorry.
Thanks for the recommendation, Hunter.
What do I recommend?
I don't know. See, we're so behind that I don't know. T2W4 transmission, any good for H22?
No idea. I don't really mess with the H series stuff. I just tune them. I've never built one, so I couldn't tell you. I'm sorry.
No
I know
problem.
H to B is badass. I've done a couple of those.
Yeah, Hunter is gonna get drunk AF, huh?
Why?
I don't know, someone just said that.
Why?
Because I probably said, how many did you have? You look drunk. Look at your little tum-tum hanging out, Bart.
What are you talking about?
You lifted your arm and your tummy was hanging out.
Nope, nothing there. Nothing there.
Most of us...
All muscle.
Most of us started with Hondas due to price. I've been 11s in $2,000 Honda.
Yes, exactly. And that's when they're fun.
And yes, it's St. Lucia. St. Lucia. He says I say it perfectly. Do you think you will try autocross? It's fun. I think that would be fun. I feel like I would even want to do autocross. I just feel like it's more entertaining than drag racing.
I think I would. I think I would try it for sure. And I want to kind of make the Integra an autocross car. Because I think it would dominate. Especially with this guy behind the wheel. And when we go ice racing at the fishery, that's kind of like autocross. Because it's a road course.
Bro, finally the rewards expired.
Dude, Nick?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm pissed. I'm so salty.
I know, I had to fill up yesterday. It was $38.
I had to fill my truck and we still had $1 off. No, it was...
It was $1.
It was $1. And it was still costed me $50. And I'm like... And I bought this truck, this new Dodge. That was the first time I paid for fuel since I bought it.
I literally learned to tune from this channel. I tell everyone about this channel. I tell Hunter I had the slow GSR and it blew up. He told me boosted if I wanted a fast Honda. Boosted 2000 V20B.
Hell yeah!
That's from Bubba from Montana. I'm gonna keep saying he's from Montana even though it doesn't say that.
Hey, I remember that though.
You milk that Casey's dry.
I did definitely milk it fucking dry.
I have raced on everything but ice. Is it any different from a dirt flat track?
Yes, because ice with the proper set of tires is pretty much like racing on asphalt. Oh my god, dude. 5 seconds. They're following him? They just followed Curry, which is probably the smart thing.
I have a very, well, good night, you two. Oh, I mean, we probably missed him. That was from Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Ryan.
821?
Yeah.
Aw, see you, Ryan.
That was a long time ago at 11:52. So. Oh, Bubba donated $5 to you. He said, Hunter drinks so I don't have to. Keeps me here.
That hits deep. That's deep.
Wow, I just heard him.
That's deep.
Thank you is what he means to say.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you speak Spanish?
Ooh, this is intense. Sorry. Sorry, everybody.
I don't think they're gonna win.
I do not speak Spanish. Hola.
No hablo español is what you should say. No hablo español.
Chuba me boles.
Okay.
That's about all I know.
I know a little bit. Más o menos. Is that correct? Más o menos. Un poco.
That was hold on.
All right. North Carolina got snow still laying
That was
around.
definitely all the Clay Thompson. They're fucked. They're fucked.
Yeah, that on Clay.
Yeah, they're fucked.
You come to East Tennessee and tune the GSR, and I'll pay for your gas and beer.
Tempting.
I think
Tempting.
we should go to Tennessee. Let's go.
We gotta book a fucking
what?
a thing soon. They have Airbnbs. Like you can rent a cabin for like $300 for the weekend, and they're like a house. I think. The only thing that scares me is they're like, I feel like it's in bumfuck Egypt. Is it bumfuck Egypt down there, or is it like, is there civilization? Because I don't like being in bumfuck Egypt.
It's 20 degrees in Georgia.
That's pretty cold for Georgia.
Yeah, he said 20 is cold.
Yeah, that's pretty cold.
Have you ever done a D to B?
Nope.
Nick said, let me know about the mat box, though I'll PayPal you the shipping. I need the front part more than anything.
It's okay. If you really want to pay for the shipping, I will go. If you remind me tomorrow, I'll ship it.
If I remind you, just do your little dumb alarm thing you did today.
Yeah, I set an alarm to
I'm a
remind
terrible
myself.
reminder.
It has a crack right here. You see that? Has a crack right there, and no smoking. No smoking. Everything else is clean. This part is cracked. All the tabs are intact. Just cracked right there. That's it. If you want it, PayPal me. Honestly, to ship this, I don't know. I'd have to find a box. But I'd definitely give it to you, man.
You recommend going for the ITR. You recommended going for the ITR on the V60. Oh.
Yes, yes. That would be legit. That would be legit. Your finger's covering the camera.
No, it is not.
Oh, all right.
Come at me.
I just did.
When you're gonna build a fast 88 to 98 Silverado?
I should do an OBS Chevy. I think that would be cool. If I can find a clean one, I would probably maybe do it.
Your energy complements each other.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's why I got down on one knee.
I don't know. Really.
I love this girl.
You know, my response to this every time is going to be, it took 9 years.
Shut up.
9
Hey, I fixed the crack. I fixed it. You put some glue in there, paint over it. JB Weld, sand it down.
Good as new.
Honestly, though, you could probably JB Weld this, sand it down, and paint it. That one little crack.
He didn't take any shots last live stream. Now is the time. Yeah, you were a little.
No.
You were a little pan.
I don't do liquor. Nope. Liquor makes me sicker, and Indiana won. Warriors still so.
Integra Autocross for the win.
Yeah, who said that?
D.
All right.
You would be great at time attack, bro.
I probably would be.
I don't even know what that means. The last B20 in the red EK with DevCon, what happened to it? Didn't see why you took it out.
I cracked the sleeves. It cracked every sleeve, even with the DevCon. I made over 500 horsepower with it. Anything above like 22 pounds of boost, you're gonna break the sleeves no matter what. 500 horsepower is about the limit. And you gotta have the tune-up spot on. If you run it lean one time, I ran 1080 air fuel, 10.8 air fuel, no leaner than 10.8, and it still cracked all the sleeves. I kept it as safe as I could, and it still broke.
Harbor Freight plastic weld that cover.
Yeah. No, it's already fixed. I already fixed it. You can't even barely tell it's there.
Some cabins are in BFE, but a lot of them are like 10 to 15 minutes from Pigeon Forge and how come I can't say that city?
Gatlinburg?
Gatlinburg.
Yeah, Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, town.
And the tail of the
okay,
dragon isn't far from them either.
So the event, the little mini bike thing that I want to go to is in Townsend, Tennessee. And I feel like all the towns down there or all the cities down there are just like little, bumfuck towns, which they're cool, I guess.
We're just here for Kristine.
I'm just kidding. I didn't mean to flip you off.
Was that at me?
No.
Or was that a 89 hybrid? That was rude.
No!
Just let me know what I owe you for the shipping. You have the front half. And Nick said that about your little thing. Just let me know what I owe you for the shipping. You have the front half, question mark?
This is the front half, right? This is all I have. This is what I have, Nick. This is what I have. Is this what you need?
I'm building a 95 now with the TSP 408 LS.
Texas Speed? Wow.
Hunter, I think she needs a big kiss for the live.
I don't know about all that. I don't want to get you guys going.
I'll take money instead.
Right.
$20 from Hunter to me. Ooh, he should take me on a date. You did
I got $6.
You did give me the tickets though for Joe Gatto.
I got $6.
So that counts, right? Finding a C10 would be awesome to do an ALS swap. Would love to see that with a nice wood grain bed.
My buddy actually down the street, Nick, he has a old C10 pickup that we're gonna do an LS swap on, and probably make some videos with. So I think that'd be cool.
How did you feel about that Chris Boyette block fill, and how much timing you typically take out per pound on E85?
It depends. Usually 20 and 20 is a good one. 20 degrees, 20 pounds. 30 pounds, 10 degrees.
Dude, BGG lives in Tennessee now. Gotta visit a guy. LOL. That's awesome. We like you too, Hunter. There's another half in behind the headlights, front of bike. That's from Nick.
Oh, I only have the front. Yeah, I don't.
Oof. I'm getting old. I might need more wine.
We can end it here in a minute.
When will
You're
you
getting your social media fucking.
I know.
shit
When will you stock
cravings
shirts?
down. I have no idea. Somebody sends me some money to fucking order them, I will. Just because I don't want to pay for them.
That doesn't even make sense because then you sell them and you make money off of them.
I don't make barely any money on them.
I don't
Because
know.
it costs a lot of money to get them made. And I think that's the only piece that I have, dude. That's the shitty part. I'm sorry. I'll keep looking. I don't think I have it.
Boone is like 45 minutes away from Gatlinburg, and they have great cabins and great places to ride.
Here, say that again.
Huh?
Say that again.
Boone is like 45 minutes away from Gatlinburg, and they have great cabins and great places to ride. I asked my girlfriend of 14 years to marry me on Christmas too.
Aww. See, I'm not the only one that waits a long time.
Can't wait to see the C10 contents, bro. I grew up building them with my dad. Did you hear that?
Yeah, so you need to remind me to bug Nick. Fucking make videos.
I will be posting vids of my YouTube, doing my LS swap and my 95 Silverado.
Nice.
I'd love to put my truck up against the Integra at Autocross. I'll send you a schedule for the Fox Valley Autocross season in spring.
Is that Chris?
Yeah.
Alright.
You know answer about the Chris Boya filler.
No
Think
answer?
it's better than DEFCON?
It's a horse apiece. It's the same shit. I think. Personally.
More wine. I know. I'm all out. My glass is empty. I'm hoping to have it done in a couple of months and boosted by the end of this year. I want to see how much power this TSP 408 can make. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Fuck. I
He
don't
said
have
it's
that
all
one.
good if you ain't got the other half. I'll take what you got either way.
You sure, dude? If you ain't got the whole thing, what the fuck's the front part? I really don't think I have it.
Lynn Twin Custom says, see, Kristine, you should feel lucky. It took the other guy 14 years, not 9.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny. I can't believe Golden State lost.
Yeah, well, they suck.
They have been sucking. Sucks you guys are entertaining, but I gotta work at 6:30 a.m. And you are not in bed yet, sir? Oh my.
Well, Kristine only sleeps like 5 hours a fucking days.
That's because of you. You wake me up and then I can't fall back to sleep. I live the night shift life. Well, it's been fun, Shelton Built Media. I hope you have a great day at work tomorrow. Yeah, 9 years is a long time.
Fuck yeah. Just kidding.
Yes.
You guys like how this looks?
She's a keeper hunter.
I know.
Frank's like my Z. Cold dead bats.
Yeah. Dude, you guys like this fucking shroud though?
I do.
Right here.
Oh.
Me and my buddy Nick down the street made it. So the wideband sits right here. We made a little thing, and then we bent these in to mount, what you call it?
Oh, does that mean?
The windscreen. I got these little bolts that hold it. Fits pretty mint.
I should probably go inside for Roxanne.
Yeah, I'm gonna get going here. We've been on here for fucking 104 minutes.
Do you like my Grinch sweatshirt?
That's like almost 2 hours. Look at that fucking mint ass fuel tank. Oh, I just want to go ripping. I want to ride it.
Go on the ice. Stop.
Sorry.
It's really loud.
Sorry. I have to hold my hand on the throttle to keep it running for a minute. Oh, it's idling. Hey,
It's
hey,
loud.
hey, that was rude.
Alright, I'm going inside.
Love fuel tank on the ground. Hell yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Love you. I'll be in a minute. Can I run 12 PSI on a stock high comp?
Bye, everybody.
11.2 AFR? Yeah, you'd probably be alright. Run like 16 degrees of timing. At 10 pounds. Good night, Lynn Twin. One last child start for the night. Yeah. Have a good night. Good night from South Carolina. 10-8 air fuel. Rip ski time. Oh, Kevin just fucking joined. Kevin just
Who
joined.
was another person that was talking to us
I
named
don't
Kevin?
know.
Wasn't there?
I don't know. Yeah, I would love to go for a rip, but it's fucking negative. Fuck my ass outside. Night, Kristine. Sleep well, night. Sleep well, Kristine.
It'll be a couple hours. Yeah.
Make sure Hunter sleeps. Blessed night. Night from North Carolina. Good night from
See, look at
Cali.
your finger.
Yeah, well. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Okay, bye. Post more Honda vids. I'll try.
Oh my gosh, bye.
Yeah, she did show off. Oh, Kevin's been on for 30 minutes. He didn't say nothing. Fuel tech, y'all. Fuel tech. I'm digging fuel tech. It's definitely too cold to go ride, yeah. The problem is I went out riding and we went out on the ice and the fucking blue bike here fucking didn't. I literally had to run it for 15 minutes, like revving the shit out of it to get it to 140 degrees. If that says anything about how cold it was. So, yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching the live stream, guys. I didn't think I'd even have the ambition to fucking go this long. So, thanks for watching. Can't wait to get this bitch back out. I haven't done traction control on a Civic. No, I have not. It's called foot control, throttle control. That's what I do, personally. Yeah. One more thing too. Good night, everybody. But so I wanted to ask if anybody knows. I don't think anybody does, but maybe somebody does. One last quick question for the 21 people that are still left. I did a couple data logs with this bike a couple days ago. I went out in the blistering cold and I did a couple wide open throttle runs, and the data log looks perfect. Like every time I go up in a shift, it's like burp, 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 and then I get to fourth gear and it goes buh, and it loses power in fourth gear. And then it'll have an RPM spike, and then it'll keep going flat, and then RPM spike, and then it goes flat. I don't know why that is. If I don't have the signal wire to the coil shielded properly, or what the fuck's going on there. But like, it rips first through third gear, and then I hit fourth gear, and I felt a loss of power. I don't know why. Air fuel and timing was all the same, but the RPM signal on the bike when I hit 4th gear started getting wavy, and it had a spike, 2 spikes in the log. Maybe I'll make a video on the log just to see if I can figure it out. It'd kind of be a random video, but yeah. I actually have a couple videos coming on these fucking jump starters that this company sent me. I actually started filming already, but didn't finish them because I got the COVIDs. So I gotta finish those. Maybe we'll go chit-chat and bullshit at the fucking shop tomorrow and clean up the shop. I think I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I'm gonna go out there and clean a little bit, and then I don't know, maybe get the EF on the lift or my EG sedan, because my EG sedan is like ready to go for the dyno. It just needs a clutch, and the clutch is sitting on my bench, and I just have to put it in. And then when that's done, the EF should probably get finished, and then when the EF is finished, the Cutlass I can build. And that's all in cahoots if I don't move shops, which at this point in my life, I don't think I'm going to, just because it's going to be a lot of fucking around. And I don't know if it's going to be worth it. I got a cheaper payment now. Yeah, I got to drive to the shop a little bit farther to get there, but I got to just be fortunate for what I got, because I don't think it's realistic to get a shop in my city right now. That is what I need for not an assload of fucking money. So that's one thing that just kind of fucking sucks. Another thing too is I brought my timing light home, and I was going to set the base timing on the Grom. I was going to pull the cover off and me, so I should probably get going. To log the signal like Tuner Studio, maybe. Extra load of 4th gear, like a little miss, maybe gap. That's the thing too, is I was going to actually just take the spark plug and gap it down a little bit and take it for another run and see if it kept doing it. Because this motherfucker runs hard 1st through 3rd, and then 4th gear it just started getting a little shitty. I don't know why. It bugs me because I want to make this thing perfect. I actually just ordered a bigger injector for it and shit too, so we'll see what comes about with it. Bank your money for a while till you can buy thing. You said renting kind of sucks. Yeah, it does fucking suck. So I don't know. Anyways, have a great night and better tomorrow. You guys think I should leave this live video up on the YouTube for other people to watch? Let me know quick. Otherwise, I'm going to delete it. I usually take my live streams and I fucking delete them because I don't, I don't know. I just don't, I feel like I talk too shittily on a live stream to leave it on the YouTube channel. Maybe I'll leave it up for a couple days and see how it goes. Yeah, leave it up. Yeah, the EG and the Cutlass, I want to do the Cutlass. I really do. And you know what's fucking shitty, Kevin, is you've kind of motivated me to keep the Cutlass. I had a guy the other day that was going to come and buy it. He had the cash. What the fuck was that? What the fuck? Did you just throw a snowball at the garage?
No, what?
Did Roxy run into it?
I just let her go outside on her own.
Something just rattled on the garage door, and I guarantee the live streamers heard it. Did you guys not just hear that? It sounded like something hit the garage door.
I heard that too. That's why I looked out.
All right. Well, you gotta. Yeah, it was loud. What he just said, it was loud.
No, I was inside. I came out because I heard it.
Are you gonna watch her for a second? I'm just gonna.
It's on our leash.
I'm gonna close up and be done in a minute.
How long does it take?
5 minutes. 5 minutes. I'll be right in 5 minutes. But you gotta watch Roxy. Okay. Yeah, that shit was loud as fuck. Ghost. Yeah, dude. What the fuck? A lot of info. Yeah. Leave it up. Leave it up. Yes. Yes. Leave it. Yep. Leave it. Okay. I'll leave it. Fine. But anyways, back to talking about Kevin. Kevin's been watching my videos for a long time, and he kind of motivated me to keep the Cutlass because I had a guy was gonna come up from about 3 hours away. He's gonna come up from Chicago, come buy the Cutlass, and he's like, yep, I'll be there at 11 o'clock tomorrow. And I texted him the night before, and I'm like, hey man, I can't find the title. Sorry, I can't sell it to you. And I have the title. I just said, no, I can't do it because I really do kind of like that car. And I don't know if I'm going to find another one as clean as that one is. And that's part of the problem. And I really like G-bodies. And I feel like I would almost rather have the Cutlass than my Mustang at this point. I'm probably going to keep both, but I got to get some of these projects rolling and start making some content on them and shit like that. But the Cuddy, I'm probably just going to do, I have an engine at my shop right now. It's a Gen 4 aluminum 5.3 that I was just going to do a DOD repair video on. So replace the lifters and fix the lifter issue that the motor has. And then I was going to do a Turbo 400 tranny, which I already have. I already have the motor and the tranny. And then I just have to get either a Fuel Tech or a Holly for it, and then go from there. So that's the thing I'm going to do with the Cutlass. The only problem is the Cutlass has a I'd have to get a good drive shaft for it, I'm sure, and the rear end is stock, and I don't think the rear end is going to take a lot of power. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do for the rear end, or maybe just run the stock rear end and stock tires so it doesn't explode. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate everybody watching, and thanks for keeping me motivated to continue doing this. I've been doing YouTube for quite a while, and doing these little live videos, especially with Kristine, I see the joy in her eyes when you guys comment and stuff, because she gets a kick out of it. So I think it's kind of cool, you guys all interacting together, and yeah, can't thank you all enough for this. Can't thank you all enough for the support. I really can't. So thanks. Have a great night and better tomorrow. We will see you all later. Yeah, have a great night, everybody.